All right, so I'm going to have you check your checkpoints, section C. So it says for each diagram to write an expression for the area of the shaded region, then find the area. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And then my width is going to be 1/3. So my expression would be 5 times 1/3, which we know would equal 5/3. Then on the next one, I've got 1, 2, 3 for my length, and then I've got 2/4. So my expression is going to be 3 times 2/4, which gives me 6/4. And, with both of these, I could have renamed this to 1 2/3, since 3/3 makes a whole, and then I'd have 2/3 left over. Or here, it would be 1 2/4, or 1 1/2. And, I could make this picture also, I could use it to help with this one, because I can see that I've got 6 shaded in, and each one is divided into fourths. So that's how I got the 6/4. And then here I've got 5 shaded in, and each one's divided into thirds. All right, so then on this one, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that are completely shaded in. And so I've got here, I could either name it as 1 2/3, or I could name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/3. So either way would work for this one. So if I do 5/3 times 4, that gives me 20/3. Now if I did 4 times the 1 2/3, just make sure that you multiply 4 times 1 and then 4 times 2/3. So 4 times 1 would just be 4, and then 4 times 2/3 would be 8/3. So I've got 4 8/3. Let's see, there's that. And, I could make groups of 3 from this. So 2 groups. 2 times 3 is 6. So I'd have 2/3 left over. So I'd add that to the 4. So 6 2/3. So 6 2/3 would be the same as 20/3. 6 times 3 gives me 18, and then I have 2/3 left over. All right, and then this one had a back. And so a bottle holds 2 liters of water. Claire drank 3/5 of the bottle of water. How many liters of water is that? So it holds 2 liters, but she only drank 3/5 of it. So 2 times 3/5 is going to tell us how much she drank. So that would give us 6/5, which is the same as 1 1/5. So she drank 1 1/5 liter of water. Then on number 3, find the value of each expression. So I've got 1/5 times 10. So I know that's going to be 10/5, or 2, since 2 times 5 is 10. Then I've got, this one may be kind of hard to see on my page, 5 2/3 times 4. So remember, I'm going to multiply 4 times 5, and that gives me 20. And then 4 times the 2/3, so that gives me 8/3. So 20 8/3 would be the same. I can rename the 8/3 to 2 2/3, and then add the 20 to that. So 22 2/3. And then I've got 13/4 times 5. So if you're not sure what 13 times 5 is, you could do an area model and break up the 13 into 10 and 3, and then multiply by 5. So 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 3 is 15. So I put those together and I get 65. And remember, it's fourths, so 65/4.